I know it's been a few months since my last video. I've had a whole lot going on since then. I no longer live in Virginia. I'm now living in Texas. I flew up here, down here, over here. I'm not good at geography. I flew here, originally it was just going to be for a visit, and then I was going to go back to Virginia, get all my stuff, and come back again with my parents. But instead I just ended up staying here, and my parents were wonderful enough to bring all of my stuff and my pets here, and they stayed for a little while and then ended up going back to Virginia. And also, since I moved here, we, at the beginning of December, decided to get married January 29th. So I've had 2 months to plan a wedding. So far, it's been incredibly stressful. If you have POTS, I strongly suggest you never try to plan an entire wedding in 2 months. I haven't been passing out, so that's good. With all the wedding stress, I expected that to happen, but so far it hasn't. So yeah, my life's been really busy lately, and the wedding is going to be incredibly hectic on my health because I'm flying to Florida to get married, having a reception right after the wedding there in Florida, and then a couple days after the wedding I'm flying to Virginia for another reception, and then I'm staying there for a week or two. I haven't decided yet, and after that I'm going to be flying back here to Texas. And as many of you know, that pressure changes and the temperature changes and all that on a flight aren't exactly the best thing for POTS. So I'm going to have a fun time, you know, dealing with my symptoms and trying not to pass out on my wedding day. That's my big, huge fear. I can just imagine now, me walking down the aisle, then thud. So I really don't want that to happen. My dad's already prepared to catch me as he walks me down the aisle, which is helpful. And the other thing I would strongly suggest avoiding is wearing high heel shoes on your wedding day, if you're a girl. If you're a guy, I really hope you wouldn't be wearing high heel shoes. But I've discovered that's not the best thing for my POTS either. My equilibrium is not the best, and I'm rather clumsy. So that's going to be interesting to see. My other fear is tripping over my own feet. So again, we'll see how this goes. So the other thing that's been going on with me is I ended up meeting a girl with POTS yesterday. I talked to my fiance's stepmom, and she met a lady at church whose daughter has POTS. So we exchanged contact information, and yesterday her and I met up at a Starbucks and just kind of hung out and chatted about POTS, and it was incredibly helpful. So now I'm looking into starting a support group here in the San Antonio area to try and round up some fellow POTSies and just hang out, talk about things, figure out things that are, you know, helpful for dealing with it. And I'm also working on gathering some information, some tips, tricks, recipes from fellow people with POTS that that would be, you know, helpful. And once I get that information together from all of you guys, I'm going to basically make like a little online book, a little list of everything that everyone will have access to, so that anyone newly diagnosed with POTS or still learning about it will have somewhere they can look to try and get an idea of what helps without all the medical terminology. A lot of the things you see online are things to do, not to do, and it's all strictly medical. It doesn't really deal with everyday life. Like, you know, tricks to help get your apartment clean, like sitting on the floor and just like cleaning around you, and then moving a little bit further on the floor and cleaning around you again. So I'm hoping that getting all this information together is going to be a big help for the POTS community. The other thing is, I do have some questions for you guys. My fiance just scooched my cat away because she was trying to play with the camera. The other thing I was wondering about is, there's been a lot of talk lately between some P.O.T.S about foods that help or make your symptoms worse. So what are some of your great salty P.O.T.S foods, and what are the ones that make you feel completely horrible? I've noticed that if I have baked potato or too many french fries, I get nauseous as can be and have trouble breathing. And as far as salty stuff goes, it's kind of a contradiction to my potato issues. Salt and vinegar potato chips are awesome. They're a big help with keeping me hydrated. And for a while I tried drinking Smart Water, but then I found out that it has potassium in it, which isn't the best for me either. So now I'm back to straight old water and salt and my wonderful hot tree tide that keeps me going every day. So anyway, I just want to give you guys an update and let you know how things are going. I should have another video up in a few weeks probably.